Oh, hi. I'm Tony, your driving instructor. I see you've already taken your seat in our high-tech driving simulator. Since it takes a while to load, I'd like to say that the whole virtual experience can be overwhelming. But don't get nervous. It's just a simulation. All the controls and rules you'll learn are 100% like in the trams, or streetcars as we US guys would call them, that you'll be driving for Angel Shore's public transport. Oh, this machine takes forever. Here we are. It's a project my daughter Sam is working on with some friends of hers. Maybe one day they'll make a full game out of it. Isn't it amazing? So, let's begin our first lesson. A tram is more than just a bus on rails. You need to learn some other behaviors and features that a tram has. First, let's get this massive vehicle moving. You'll notice that the tram accelerates differently than cars or buses. As you're pushing or pulling the lever, the rate of acceleration and deceleration is much slower. Additionally, the whole movement depends on the vehicle's weight and the friction between our wheels and the tracks. But don't worry, we'll get into that later. And always remember, trams are forbidden to go in reverse. Maybe that sounds strange to a newbie like you, but you'll get used to it. If you want to change your view, you can switch between first and third person. Here on this road, we have a speed limit of 50 miles per hour. Try to always stay under the speed limit, or you'll end up with some fines to pay. In the city center, we have a speed limit of 30 miles per hour, so keep an eye on it. Pay attention to turns. During turns, you must moderate your speed, or it won't be just your passengers who complain. Our new warning system will inform you in advance if the speed you're approaching a turn at is too high. Watch out for the red signal flashing and the somewhat annoying sound. If you don't like it, I have a simple solution. Drive slower. Try out these new systems for a while, and then we can move on to the next challenge. When you drive in the city, you need to use the switches to decide which turn to take. You also need to use them in advance of the turn. They are now activated for driver control. You should also use the indicators before you actually turn to help the traffic know where you're gonna go. Take a minute to try out these functions. Great. So, now it's time to get serious. We're going to test your knowledge on driving a route for the first time. Follow the line and arrive at the tram stop in time. Remember to consider the speed limits. If you drive too far off the line or take too long, I will respawn you on the track. Well done. Now, let's proceed with the next lesson. In this lesson, we'll practice how to properly operate streetcar stops. In Angel Shores, we now have a very dense network of stops that you'll need to cover with tram lines. Depending on the time of day and the habits of the citizens, there will be more or fewer passengers waiting for you at the stops. Your job is to pick them up one at a time and drive them safely and reliably to their stops. We'll be testing that now in the simulator here. For this, I'm going to have pedestrians appear. You've been assigned to a line with your streetcar. Follow it and stop at the marked stops. Activate the turn signal to indicate that you want to stop at the stop. Then, brake slowly. When you've come to a complete stop, you can open the doors and let the passengers board. Never forget to close the doors before you start driving again.
Have you seen that new villa they built in
Very
Lakeview?
well done.
It's
It's a
so
good habit to also ring the bell before starting, so the nearby pedestrians and traffic are aware of you starting again. And don't forget about the indicators. The better your SIR stops and the better your driving skills are, the better your rating will be. And that will then bring a lot of money into the company's budget. So make sure you follow the traffic rules and drive in the best possible way.
The best thing about these trams is that I never ever see them crowded.
Emergency headquarters.
Perfect parking.
Oh, thank God I managed to catch the bus. Wait, is this even the right bus?
Next stop, Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue. Next stop, Southmore East.
Forgot about the exam number. What? Really? I won? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Southmore East.
Perfect parking. Oh, it's such a nice day.
Last but not least, we need to think about people who use wheelchairs and want to board our trams. That's why we have ramps that can be activated when a passenger requires them. So please be mindful at upcoming tram stops to ensure that everyone can easily board and unboard the tram.
Where?
Next stop, Coronal Avenue.
Yesterday I had a coffee with Trish. Such a lovely person. She knows so much about the city's culture.
Coronal Avenue. Next stop, Dock 1.
And I think I finally understand the pain.
Dock 1. Next stop, Harbor Administration.
you know anything about the jazz festival? I read that the lineup is amazing.
You've now finished the second lesson and learned how to serve tram stops. Next, we'll take a closer look at some more advanced tram features and how to handle emergency situations. So, let's dive into a crucial aspect of operating a tram: safety. It may seem obvious, but keep in mind that you're at the helm of a massive 70,000-pound steel beast that's powered by sheer force. Taming it can be quite a challenge. That's why we've equipped you with an emergency brake to help you handle dangerous situations with ease. But it also has some drawbacks. After use, the air pressure tanks need some time to refill and release the brakes, and your passengers will not be amused by the harsh braking. Understandable, right? Everything clear? Excellent. Now, let's add a touch of not yet dead entertainment by conjuring up a few obstacles along the way. Your mission: avoid collisions at all costs, but arrive in time. These obstacles will suddenly materialize in your path, and you will have to decide whether or not to use the emergency brake. By the way, you can't use the switches, so you will stay on track. If time runs out or you hit an obstacle, the drive will restart. Good luck. By the way, if you're wondering about Not Yet Dead, it's the name of the little game studio which Sam founded for the fantastic driving school simulator project you're currently enjoying. Pretty catchy name, don't you think? Another important feature of your tram is the sand drop. If you're going up a steep hill, or if you want to increase the friction between your steel wheels and the rails when braking, use the sand drop, and you will notice a big difference in the behavior of your tram. And use it when you start facing uphill. Without it, the tram may not move at all. Tram.